At 5:12 a.m., the alarm goes off. No audience, no comments, no applause. Just you and the moment where most people negotiate with themselves. This one day won't matter. I'll start tomorrow. I deserve rest. That's where discipline actually lives. Not in motivation, not in hype, but in that quiet, uncomfortable decision no one will ever see. We love to romanticize discipline. We picture highlight reels, perfect routines, aesthetic mornings. But real discipline, it's ugly, it's boring, it's repetitive, and it doesn't care about your mood. Discipline is brushing your teeth even when you're exhausted. It's opening the laptop when no one is waiting for your work. It's training when progress is invisible and results are delayed. No cameras, no validation loop, no dopamine hit, just process. Most people think discipline is loud. It's not. It's silent consistency stacked over time. There's a moment every day when your future self is created, not by big decisions, by small, forgettable ones. Do you hit snooze, or do you stand up? Do you scroll, or do you start? Do you quit quietly, or keep going quietly? That choice compounds. The world only celebrates outcomes, but outcomes are lagging indicators. They show up after discipline has already done its job. Nobody sees the early mornings. Nobody sees the drafts that go nowhere. Nobody sees the workouts where strength doesn't increase. Nobody sees the rejection emails, the unread messages, the 0 views. But those moments are the business model. Discipline is operating at a loss in the short term because you understand the long-term ROI. Most people want motivation first. That's a losing strategy. Motivation is a reaction. Discipline is a system. High performers don't ask, "How do I feel today?" They ask, "What does the process require today?" And then they execute. Emotion neutral, results focused. There's a brutal truth nobody likes to say out loud. If you only work when you're inspired, you're building a hobby, not a life. Discipline is choosing alignment over comfort. Again, and again, and again. Even when the work feels pointless, even when progress is slow, even when no one is clapping, especially then. Because when no one is watching, excuses feel logical, and discipline feels lonely. That's the filter. Most people drop out there. They don't fail publicly. They quit privately. They stop showing up in ways no one can call out. They lower the standard just enough to stay comfortable. And then they wonder why nothing changes. Discipline is self-respect in action. It's proof you trust your own word. If you say you'll do something and you do it, you're building internal credibility. That matters more than talent, more than intelligence, more than luck. Because when life gets hard, and it will, you won't rise to your goals. You'll fall to your systems. Discipline is that system. It's not dramatic. It doesn't feel heroic. It feels repetitive and unglamorous, but it works. Think about the people you admire most, the ones with real leverage, real freedom, real presence. They didn't get there by being special. They got there by being consistent when it didn't make sense. They trained when no one was counting reps. They learned when no one was grading them. They stayed disciplined when quitting would have been easier and invisible. That's the edge. Not talent, not luck, not secrets, just doing what needs to be done long after the excitement is gone. Discipline is waking up and choosing the long game over the instant hit. It's saying no to comfort today, so you don't live in regret tomorrow. And here's the part no one tells you. The more disciplined you become, the less you need motivation, because discipline creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates identity. At some point, you don't force yourself to show up. It's just who you are. You don't negotiate with yourself anymore. You execute. That's when life starts to shift. Not overnight, not dramatically, but undeniably. So if no one is watching right now, Good. That's the perfect time to build something real. Because when the results finally show up, everyone will think it happened suddenly. But you'll know the truth. It was built in silence, in discipline, when no one was watching. And that's exactly why it lasts.